In this Nano overview video, we're going to talk about how to find the intercepts of a quadratic. So the first type of intercept is a y-intercept. And it doesn't matter that I'm doing quadratic. It's really for any function you're ever doing. If you're trying to find the y-intercept, you plug in x equals 0. So for this expression, I want to plug in 0. So I plug in 0, replace all the x's with 0. All the zeros get multiplied and go away, and I just get 2. So my y-intercept for this function is 2. For this function, again, I just want to plug in 0, so I'm going to replace this x with 0. That's my first step. This one a little bit more complicated, so I have to do my order of operations. Simplify inside the parentheses first. Then I do exponents. Negative 3 squared is positive 9. Then I multiply, and then I add to get my final answer. So in this case, the y-intercept is 19. The important thing is just know your order of operations and plug in 0. For x-intercepts, again, for x-intercept any function, you're just going to set your equation equal to 0. That's basically making the y value 0. The only thing that's going to change with x-intercepts is how you solve the equation might be a little bit different. But for this example, we have x squared minus 4x minus 5. First step, set it equal to 0. Now we think about how do I solve this equation? Well, one way we know how to solve is you factor it. So if I factor this quadratic, I get these factors. And if my factors are equal to 0, they're going to give me these two answers, right, using the zero product property. This problem looks a little bit different. It's the same first step to find my x-intercepts. I set my equation equal to 0. If I look at this equation, I see this term being squared here. So I want to use square roots. So if I want to use square roots, I'm going to get this by itself. So I add 12. Need to get rid of this 3, so I divide by 3. And now that I have this squared term by itself, I take square roots. Remembering when I take the square root of an equation like this, I have to get a plus and minus with the answer. And move the 4 over. And again, the plus or minus is a shorthand for there being two different answers. So if I do the plus, I get 6. If I do the minus, I get 2. So I have two x-intercepts at 6 and 2. All right, so now you know how to find the intercepts of a quadratic.